try!
A big week for the Rebels. They got put to the sword by the Hurricanes last week, Stephen Hoiles. And this week they got the Cheetahs, who put 92 points on the Sunwolves. A few changes for the Rebels as well.
Yeah, a couple of injuries. Dom Shipley's out for the season, which is a really big shame because he was starting to... Actually, he played well all year for the Rebels. So no Inman, no Shipley, a few changes. Reece Hodge going outside centre. So just really starting to get challenged with their depth now. But yeah, the Cheetahs, 92 points. The Cheetahs have been known to turn it on once or twice every year. They play such an expansive style of rugby, and hopefully they bring that same game to Amy Park, and hopefully the turf's fixed up. There's no sand issues there. But I do think the way that the Cheetahs play with a lot of width, they get the ball from side to side really quickly, really good passing skills. That opens up a lot of options on the ball, and when you've got Colby Faingan coming back, you've got Geordie Reid, Sean McMahon, Fugastall is in there, thereabouts. So they've just got four really good on-ballers. I dare say that the Rebels might be too strong.
Well, the Waratahs play the Force on Friday night at NIB Stadium in Perth. A few changes as well for the Tahs. Tatafu Polodinau is back via the bench, and Rob Horn on the wing. What do you expect to see from some Wallaby experience?
Yeah, two massive additions to that side. They've probably, they've exposed a lot of players this year, a lot of new guys coming in, and those guys are actually doing quite well. But to have Tatafu come on and finish the game, he might play 40 or 30 minutes, and that'll be fantastic for the forwards. He's scrummaging alone. He's probably, it's world class Tatafu. There's not too many better scrummagers in the game, and Mr. Consistent in the back line. He'll probably defend in the midfield and he'll attack on the wing, which, funnily enough, he hasn't played much wing up until Michael Checker took over the Tahs a few years ago, and I'd almost say it's his best position now in attack. He defends really well in the midfield, loves heavy contact, Rob, but he's working on the wing in attack has been outstanding. He's not a kicking winger, but we don't like seeing kicking all that often, so a big in to have Rob Horn back, a huge boost for the side.
And Dave Dennis starts over Dean Mumm. Dave Dennis, 100th game for the Waratahs. The Western Force, of course, off the bye. They're a bit of a bogey side for the Tahs. What do you think it is about the Western Force, and how important do you think this game is for them?
Well, it's important for both sides. It's probably more important.
You get sick of that cliche? Important game?
It is, but the Force, they've won 4 games in about 25 or 30. That's a terrible record.
A few of them against the Tahs.
Yeah, 3 of them against the Tahs, and unfortunately for the Tahs, they've always been in a really negative way, a really negative game. So I'm hoping the game's much more improved than it was the last couple of years when these sides have faced each other. And I do think the Tahs will go over there. I'm thinking they're going to be a little bit too strong. If the forward pack can match up, and they're pretty even on paper, the forward pack, I just don't see that Western Force backline being able to compete with the likes of Foley. Beale was fantastic last week. Rob Horn back. Izzy Folau, he's not bad, that guy. So,
no, he goes all right.
So I just think there's just too much class. Admittedly, the Force have got a bit of strike power. Hala Petty's had a really good season. I just believe the Waratahs are going to be too strong.
Well, there you go. You can follow all the previews and reaction, of course, on Rugby.com.au.